John Howard and his little lackey Abbott to cut everyone off the dole tomorrow, and we'll see what would happen. The government would last about 15 minutes.
Hello Queensland, I'm Michelle Regan. You've just had a glimpse into the bizarre underground world of Australia's ragtag rebels. They're part of a self-styled Dole Army, living in drains and dedicated to ripping off taxpayers. And they want others to join in. What's worse, they're proud of their efforts. Norm Beeman went beneath the streets for this investigation.
It's one of the country's best-kept secrets, a rebel army working deep beneath the city.
Where are we going? Why do you come down into these tunnels, mate?
It's safe down here. We don't get bothered by people up there.
Bothered by who?
The authorities.
So, what sort of activities go on down here?
Oh, we meet, we discuss things, talk about what's going on up there.
Yeah. What sort of things?
Oh, well, we exchange food and ideas.
And do people actually live down here?
Yeah, some nice work down here.
This is life in the so-called Dole Army. If it wasn't real, it'd almost be comical. We're in drainage tunnels beneath Melbourne, and these people are part of a 70-strong army. Their goal? To teach people how to rip off the welfare system. That's right. Using this website as communication to the outside world, they detail everything from defrauding the work for the Dole scheme to tips on lying to Centrelink officers.
So do you really have to resort to living in tunnels?
Well, no, we don't have to, but we enjoy it down here.
It's mostly what we do is comes under a lot of scrutiny from police and other people, and they don't hassle you down here because they can't find you or they can't be bothered.
How can you actually say you enjoy this?
Well, it's good fun. It's good fun exploring. It's better than going up there and staring at all those bludgers.
What bludgers?
The Toorak bludgers.
Up where?
Up in Toorak. You know, those ones who speculate on stock markets and manipulate the lives of millions of people? Those bludgers.
Is all this just part of being an anarchist?
Well, I wouldn't call myself an anarchist. I'd call myself a true blue Aussie.
Are you a proud Aussie?
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud of my where I live.
Proud that you're dudding the government?
I mean, what does the government do for you guys out there? Nothing. Nothing. Is it dare? Well, the Dole Army dares John Howard and his little lackey Abbott to cut everyone off the dole tomorrow, and we'll see what would happen. The government would last about 15 minutes.
The majority of these people don't work. They could, but simply can't be bothered. The army was originally set up by a group of guys who met in a Centrelink office.
Aren't you teaching them how to get around the work for the Dole scheme?
Well, I wouldn't say get around it. I would say how to get the most out of Centrelink, which is very difficult administration to work within, and getting around. I mean, if you can find work for the Dole that is going to contribute to improving yourself, which is what I'm interested in, then I would encourage that. But if they're going to tell you to go and do some really crap underpaid work just so you can get by, then I would just tell them to get f***ed.
Isn't there clear evidence there where you are teaching people how to rort the work for the Dole scheme?
Well, you call it rort. I call it massage.
But does it make you proud that you're teaching people how to defraud the taxpayers of Australia?
I think defraud is totally the wrong word to use. In terms of...
But that's what it comes down to. You just don't want to face the reality of it.
After a lengthy tour of the underground army headquarters, I was taken to a meeting place. The group wouldn't tell me where we were going. All I knew was it was somewhere under Melbourne. Eventually, we ended up here in a disused warehouse. I was introduced to other members of the army. Tonight was a general meeting where they'd swap stories on rorting the system. Not one army member was willing to be identified.
Why is it so necessary that you do this in a covert manner?
Well, it's not legal to be, you know, sleeping in drains and stuff, and getting into them and out of them is trespassing, and some of the squats and things as well. People don't like what we do.
So basically what we do at night, you could call it looting.
And I mean, there's a certain stigma about being a recipient of a government pension, and it's not the kind of thing you want to reveal your identity about, especially if they're on your case saying you're not using our money for the right things or you're not busting your ass trying to find a job.
Also on the agenda tonight, plans to go dumpster diving, a regular event where they snatch food from bins and distribute it to the underprivileged.
Right, what's a good time for everybody?
I've got bread rolls, I've got cakes, if you don't mind. Oh, that one's squash, but look at that. Great bread, still fresh. I'd eat that now. Very nice. Good.
Good?
Fresh. Oh, look at that. Top off cake. We need to get some help. We need to get some bags, some boxes.
What have you managed to find in here?
Well, why do we need to go and spend our money on stuff at the supermarkets and packaging if we can get post-consumer waste from here for free to nourish ourselves? We don't need to spend any money.
But it's in filthy trash cans.
That's all right. Look at that. Go on, try one.
Wouldn't you do more for the community by getting a job and donating most of your salary to feeding the underprivileged?
Oh, I doubt that. Like, I'd rather do grassroots stuff, and, you know, I prefer to be doing this kind of thing, and I don't think that I could necessarily do what you're suggesting anyway. I mean, maybe I could, but I prefer to do this. I see so much waste.
But are you simply rebels?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No?
I'd say we're resourceful.
The Dole Army hopes to share that resourcefulness with the entire country, currently on a nationwide recruiting campaign. You can't help but think this is just the beginning.
Some will eat well good tonight.
Happy with that?
Most definitely. We'll be back to get more.
Norm Beeman with that report.